All right, I believe I am streaming now, maybe. Oh, I completely forgot to update that. Oops, my bad, my bad. I forgot to update the title and everything. Minecraft, yep, okay. There we go. Alrighty then, and it looks like it is streaming. Everything's good. Okay, so for this stream, I actually have something vaguely resembling a plan, which is definitely a nice change of pace. How do we get out of here? Here it is. Created this glass box around the waypoint so I can safely teleport between them. Anyway, as you can see, I have dug through a bit more now, and I have built this frame. This frame is going to become the base. Each section has 7 blocks between each floors. So the result is that every floor will be on a y level divided by 8. So 56 divides has 8 divided into it evenly, and then we have 64, which 8 divides into evenly, and then 72 with the this will be a well yeah, so this will be kind of a maintenance floor for like cables and things, and this will be an occupational floor where the person actually kind of is and machinery is. um that will hopefully make it look nice. I'm going to try to make this look nice. That's not really going to be a hard, fast rule, but rather kind of a guideline, because there's going to be points where I have to make exceptions to that, such as machines that span multiple floors. What are you doing? Okay. Yes. Red nether brick. I made a bunch of this to make this framework, and I really like the color and texture of red nether brick, but I have no idea how to properly use it. But I'm going to try to make a base that looks nice this series. I can't guarantee that though, because I always kind of just give up at some point, but I'm going to at least try to make something that looks nice. Uh, yes. And to facilitate digging out this space, over here I have increased the number of these heat things, heat generators. There's 20 of them here now. And that actually really sped things up quite noticeably. So, so first thing I want to do is I want to have the builder like continue to dig all the way down to like the lowest possible point that I want to go. But we've got all this water in the way, and the water was kind of an issue digging through. I had to manually like build up walls and remove some of it. So I'm thinking to start off with, I have tools. I want to make a pump card here, which is this stuff. Okay, so that shouldn't be too hard. All right, so what does this require? This requires 4 buckets and 1 iron ingot, as well as 8, 8 clay turned into bricks. So we'll just throw that in there real quick. So 4 buckets, 4 buckets. That's 3 ingots each. So that's like 12 ingots, 13 ingots that I need total. Just throw in another 13 in here. Also need paper. There it is. Okay. And some redstone. I heard something that sounded like a doorbell, but I don't have a doorbell, so no idea what that was. Okay, and now we need... Oh, that might be the background music that I'm hearing. 4 buckets. One needs lava, and another needs water. Expecting to scoop them up again by accident. It's probably going to happen still. Okay. There we go. Now, you'll see how the icon for this has a little dirt in the upper right-hand corner. That's because it will actually replace the water with dirt blocks. It just makes dirt blocks. And exactly kind of what I want right now. That helps prevent water from being able to outspawn it infinitely. So right now that is exactly what we want. Okay, if I right click there, perfect. And then, oh dear, pop that there. Right click on that. Actually, it probably would have been better if I did those 2 corners instead. Right click on that one. Okay, and now the thing is I want to go quite far down, so bring this up. What is my current Y level? Oh, well, it's 53. 53. Well, actually, I kind of just want it to go all the way down, don't I? So I can kind of just do, let's say 128. 28, sure. And I can subtract 128. Do that. Oh, do that. And now if we do this, it should show. It's not at all what I was expecting it to show. Okay, let's say minus 100. Still no. Okay. 50. There we go. Okay, so 86. This would be 86 minus 53. So it needs to go down 33 blocks. Yep. So 33 blocks, that would be, well, I'd say 82, just so we can have one visible layer on top. I don't know why creepers are spawning on that, but alright. So yeah, 83. Perfect. Pop that in there. Awesomeness. Okay, now how this should work is any liquid source blocks that it comes across, it will try to put in a container on top of it, or if it doesn't have space, it will be unable to. So we are going to do what is the mod with the drawers? Functional storage. Fun. Okay, so what I want is this essentially. So I'm gonna need another 12 ingots, it looks like. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of toss that in there for the moment. I have no idea what to do with that fish. Okay. What? It didn't consume those buckets? Oh, that surprises me. Okay, well, all right. I'll take it. Okay, so there it is. Now if I do this, boom. Okay, so void. Oop, nope, nope. Void. I believe there's like a water trash can thing that I can use. Fluid trash can. Here we go. So it's a bucket with looks like logs at the top and cobblestone underneath. Okay. So that would be this. Bucket. Right. Is that in there? Should get rid of that too. Sure. Fluid trash can. There we go. I believe I can. I can indeed. Okay. So yeah, okay, I do have one. Don't think I need that there anymore. All right. I should sleep through the night. Okay, so this and kind of bonk this down here. That is not at all what I was expecting. But you know what, I'll take it. Sure, why not? Okay, so I need a bucket. Get grab some water. Okay. Pretty sure I have to kind of build off in this direction. Put that there. This here. This here. That there. Whitelist it. And Sure. That's fine with me. Okay, so now the idea is if the contents of this is water, if water enters in this, it'll get pumped into this void trash can. Otherwise, we'll have some space for water or space that isn't water, and it can hold a little bit of other things, essentially. So, just turn this on. Oh, right. Do that so it pumps out faster. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I think that was water there. It's gonna be a while before it gets that, unfortunately, because it's got to go all the way down. Not very bright. All right, how's this doing? It's at Y level 17 now. All right, that's going to take a while, and I don't really want to sit here and watch it. It seems to be working. It's doing its job. Uh, yeah. Okay, so next. Actually, I can do that here. Need all of these in here anymore. Lost them here. Okay, well, this setup here is largely unnecessary now, so I'm just gonna take these. All right, so the next thing I have planned is need to figure out uh, the item processing system. So, let me see, do I have item pipes here? I know I have some, I just don't see them. Are they down? Nope. Ah, here they are. Okay. Actually, no, we're gonna use mechanism pipes. I've never used mechanism pipes before, so that should be entertaining. This is the wrong pipe. That is the wrong pipe yet again. There we go. Okay, so it takes the green things. I believe I actually have some green things to spare. I do. Okay, so if I just get what looks like 6 steel, I think I actually have some steel. That steel, I have bio steel for some reason. Pressed iron. Okay, so just need 4 more ingots here. Oop. Okay. So essentially, how this is going to work is we're going to need like kind of an entry point here where like a dump chest or ender chest. From there, items will get pumped into the network and they'll go to several processing things where they'll get sorted out. Um, it'll, you know, I'll represent this by separate groupings here. So we're going to have a uh, barrels because I have barrels. We're going to have like a compression system using drawers and sophisticated storage, I think it's called, to compress items and store them in the compressed form. We're going to have a processing uh, thing that takes like ores and breaks them up and turns them into ingots and various materials. And it's probably another thing that I can't remember what it is at the moment. Things coming out of the processed area will obviously have to go back. And they will. You know what? We can condense this a bit. They'll go into another system that kind of acts like the dump chest, but is probably going to just be a larger chest or something like that. And then they'll go enter the system again, probably at around the same part as the dump chest. And this little representation really does not like explain it all that well. After all that, once it's all been processed and sorted, whatever's left will go into some sort of storage system. It's done. It is done. Okay, so there we are. Oh, right, right, right. So now, last couple of times I used item pipes, and they have an annoying little issue with them in that you cannot prioritize them. So if you want something to happen after a set point, it has to be further away on the network than wherever it is that you want it to go. And if you have your final storage kind of right next to your dump chest, you've got to build this long, winding maze for it to traverse. This pickaxe is way too good. In order for it to properly process things. Like with older pipe systems, you had restriction pipes that would like be one block that would pretend to be like 128 blocks, so you could easily control where things went. But as far as I can tell, every item piping system in all the mods 10 does not have that, which really really sucks. But mechanism pipes have the ability to be painted. So if you have it paint all items coming in to the system one color, you can have that be associated with various processing stations, and then you can have like the results be another color that has it basically loop back around and start again. Sort of, I think. Anyway, that so I'm gonna try that this go around. Um, Though mechanism pipes are a lot slower than like pipes. Uh, if I just do pipe here, you can kind of see that that's wrong one. Here it is. So I think how this reads is that this pulls an item, or no, this moves items through the pipes at 10 meters a second, so 10 blocks a second, and pulls two stacks at a time, or two stacks per second. Whereas with the pipes here, like I don't remember what it was, but like the ultimate pipe upgrade, um, if I recall, it was like many stacks per tick or something like that. So this is by far faster, but the ability to prioritize things with color, I think, is going to win out here. And, well, if mechanism pipes get too slow, I'll figure something out. I suppose. Half the fun of this is learning things, making mistakes, and iterating. So we're just going to go with that. Oh, I also needed a lot of nether wart to make red bricks with, so I'm growing nether wart at the moment. I probably should stop. And whatever, I'll let it go for the longer. What else do I need here? Config. Is there like a configuration tool, mech? Config. Probably be a good idea to make one. I need steel, osmosium into that. Uh, wait, don't I have some ready-made iron ingots? Just remembered that I think I made extra earlier by accident. Eh, maybe not. So what is that? Okay, yeah. Two of these. Wait, no, it's just one steel ingot that I need, not two. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's how you paint them. Interesting. Okay, and now push, pull. Is there a separate painter? Painting machine. A machine used to color blocks and items via careful application of stored pigments. I don't think that's quite what I want. Logistical sorter. Oop, 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 nope, nope. Don't type stuff in. I'm trying to read things. Filter-based advanced sorting machine that can auto-eject specific items out of and into adjacent inventories and logistical transporters. That may be what I need to actually paint things. I'm gonna make these things. Osmosium, redstone. I feel like I'm gonna need a whole bunch of these things. So let's just toss 4 of these in here. Uh, Let's see. Osmo. Wait. Osmosium dust. Okay, that's a start. Osmosium. Okay, this is kind of what I was after. And this. Oh, right. Okay, and turn this into blocks. Oh wow, 10 exactly. I did not expect that. Hit it with the ore doubler. Alright. That's going to make me quite a bit of osmosium. Probably also wouldn't hurt to get a healthy amount of steel going. Let's see. Logs. Do I have 2 stacks of logs I can just cook up? Does not look like it. I'm going to have to go chop some down. Do I have any axes? I do not. Nope. Soup table. Right. Oops. Nope. Not what I want. Okay. All right. Time to do some deforestation. Woo. All right, how much wood is that? That is 1 stack. All right, there we go. Bit more than 2 stacks. Did I just grab eggs? I have way too many eggs. Stupid chickens. Okay. And then from that, I will grab... I have pine powder. Yeah, I got one stack there. Not quite a stack here. Alright, I'm going to need to break open some more iron ore here. As soon as I find it... Wait. Oh, wait. Well, no, that's not going to help me right now. Good thing to have, though. Good thing to have. Just toss that in there. Alright, iron. Right there. Okay. Right. Perfect. Okay. Wait a minute. I was originally going to go with one stack of steel. How did it turn into two? Whatever, doesn't matter. More won't hurt. Uh, okay. Neck. Let's send this into here. Let that just turn all out into the... Okay, and for this I need... So 8 more iron ingots. Okay, so need redstone. Oh, right. Uh, oops. What was that there? Okay, so let's do a little bit of an experiment here. We have a chest. chest, and chest. This chest might be too close. Can this thing pump items on its own? Filter, item stack. This. Oh, that's the color. Okay, okay, okay. So nether bricks will default to black. Right. Make that black there. And everything else should go to blue. Right. Turn this off so it stops doing that. That there. Okay, so if I do this, it just grabbed the entire stack. Oh, interesting. So it'll grab what has been programmed into it, not necessarily that which hasn't been. Okay, what if I just kind of do this? Kind of do this sort of a thing here. Okay, cool. And it remembered what? Interesting. So it can't just have items going into it. So, okay. What is allowed default? Okay, so that got that, but that didn't pull out any other items. It's interesting, but not terribly great. Let's do fuzzy mode. Now it absolutely has to have an item. Well, this is not at all what I was hoping for. Okay, anything else? Electric pump, I think that's more of a fluid thing. Nutritional liquefier sounds entertaining, but I don't think that's what I want at the moment. Hmm. Maybe I have to hit the configurator thing. Ranch, figure items. That's not quite what I wanted. That's interesting, but again, not quite what I want. Okay, okay. That's what it is. Okay, it's this one. Eject unfiltered. So if I have this again, set that to black, it will do that. And things not on the list automatically be sent forward. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. How many of these filters can I have? Doesn't like me repeatedly creating the same one over and over again, which kind of makes sense. Kind of looks like the answer is quite a bit. Okay, okay. Alrighty then. Yeah. Now let's just make sure this thing pulls items incorrectly. It did. Okay, good, 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 good. So that should make me just crap ton of steel to work with. Okay, okay, okay. So let's see. Where shall I build this? So maybe over here. Hmm. How big is this chunk area? It goes to here. So where this frame is, it's going to be a wall. And having it be within the chunk kind of gives me a little bit of flexibility I could possibly make use of at some point in the future, as opposed to just using like this, as well could cause me issues. All right. So well, I don't know. What kind of material should I make this out of? I'll go with wood for now. Whatever. I can always change it later if I want to. I'm trying out this builder stick thing. So far, not super impressed with it. I mean, sure, this is helpful, but the fact that it just breaks so shortly after use and has so little features kind of really limits what you can do with it. And like the netherite version of it, pretty much only be used like twice or something. It's kind of ridiculous. Might be better to just do this by hand. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's say I make this 4 blocks wide, the space here, and yeah. So this is going to be like crafting area, crafting terminals, various crafting spaces here, and then like, let's say 3 over. I don't know if that's enough space. Well, you know, I can give that 5, and then we have another 4 here, which is kind of interesting. Now, we'll go 3 for now. And this will be kind of a server area, server farm. Have like both sides be server farm. So this will have 3. And will just be mainly where I have the servers for AE2. Yes. Okay, so dump chest is going to be somewhere around here. Maybe, yeah, I'll just kind of stick it here for the time being, and we'll make it one of these ender chests temporarily. I eventually want it to be kind of its own little dump chest thing. Yes. Nope, nope. There. Okay. So, items that come out of here, well, items that go in here will get sucked out through this thing and pulled into resource processing, which I guess will be uh, denoted by the black color. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna get a bunch of stone brick. Actually, what am I doing? I have all the stone in my inventory. Oop, that's the wrong button. It's just a cheap, easy material to build with. And will make for a good sort of temporary building material here. Let's see. Okay. Can't tell if it's getting dark. Okay, yeah. Getting dark because the sun is setting. Need to go sleep some more. Should probably move the waypoint down there. Okay, that's way more than I probably should have grabbed. This is very cheap, easy to get a hold of building material. So I often tend to just build everything out of it. All right. So let's get a few mage lights in here. Okay. Now, kind of the problem with this whole plan is having having such a tall maintenance area means it's kind of hard to reach pipes and things. Okay, well, hmm. Let's see how far out is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually want to move it in a little bit. Mainly because of the server farm, which 4 by 8 should be what, 32? Yeah. So having it two-sided should grant me plenty of space for 64 possible servers. Should be good. And maybe I want actually a little bit more space here. So let's do another 3 here. So 3, and then the actual thing. And then 3 walkway. I have some. I do indeed. Oh, that's way more than I thought I had. Okay. Okay, so having that there, 1, 2, 3, that gives me space for another potential server farm in the event that I actually need it. Oh, right, I'm also going to need to figure out how to filter out non-stackable items. Like later on when I have just absolute crap tons of resources and server space, it won't be too much of an issue, but since we're going with the applied energistics, it's going to be an issue at least to begin with. See, back in the day, it was possible to um, there was a filing cabinet storage thing that would let you store an absolutely ridiculous number of non-stackable items. I just got that backwards. Whoops, this was walkway. Uh, this is cable area. Yeah, I just realized I could have used a spell to mine out a bunch of that. Oh well, whatever. Too late now. So we're gonna have to figure out some way to store non-stackable items, sort out and store non-stackable items. Hmm. Does this perchance have a way of doing that? Hmm. Yeah, I'll just Google it real quick, see if there's a good way to sort. Uh, armory cabinet. Oh, okay, cool. So there's a way to do that here. And modular routers, modular modular force field. That sounds entertaining. Modular machinery. That sounds also kind of interesting. Modular routers. Okay, okay. Okay, so gonna have to figure that out at some point. Suppose for now I'll just avoid having non-stackable items in the thing. Let's do this. Rotate. Awesome, and that is awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, okay, and now plunk that down there. Kind of reaching under there. False to black. Nice. Okay. Oop, oop. Hmm. It'd kind of be better if there was a way to like paint items as they move through the pipe rather than relying on logistical sorter. All right, well, so next thing in line that needs to be dealt with is the drawer compaction system. So, drawers, or I guess functional storage. So, we need to build a controller. Controller access point. Controller. And we're also going to need an access point as well. Blocks of quartz. Alright, that shouldn't be too difficult. I have one of these already. How many of these do we need to actually do that? Where was that again? Where's the controller? There it is. Okay, so I need two of these. Okay. Okay, chest with that. Okay, okay, okay. So where is, there it is. And I'm gonna need more chests. Perfect, okay. And now, oops, controller. So, okay, so I'm gonna need quartz. Gonna need 4 quartz blocks. Is that in there? Need redstone. Need some smooth stone, which I should still have a fair amount of. Need 5 torches. That there, that there. Which the that there, that there, that there. Okay. And storage controller. Perfect. And controller access point needs. Wait, what? Really? Interesting. Okay. Wait, is that smoothstone or cobblestone? Looks like smoothstone is what it's needed. So, okay, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. All right, and then I'm going to need a linking tool, which is going to require diamond, paper, and gold. For some reason, I have a smudge in my glasses that's perfectly blocking my vision directly forward. There we go. Okay. What was I after? Right, diamond. Diamond, I think it was 2 gold. I believe my paper is in here. Maybe. Shove it in here. I did. Okay. Wow, and I'm out of space in my inventory here. Just toss all this back in there. Okay, and let's see, linking tool. Perfect. Okay, so I believe how this works is that any functional storage block, like your drawer thing like that, within that is touching the storage controller within 15 blocks of it, um, is considered part of the system. And you can use the controller as basically an input and output for all of them. So items being piped in will get sucked into each one, into its respective drawer that is connected to this, and items piped out of it will get pulled out of the drawers that are connected to this. And the access point here kind of acts as kind of a remote system, a sort of well, a wireless access point for this. So it doesn't even have to be connected. It just grab the linking tool, link drawer to controller, controller configure to tool. Oh, it even shows how far away it is, how far away it goes. Nice. And so like anything I put into this will now act as if I had put it directly into this, even though they're not connected. That will be important in a short while. Next, we're going to need a whole bunch of these drawer things, which means I'm going to need a crap ton of chests, which means I need to do a little bit more deforestation. Did I just grab a whole bunch of eggs or something? I heard garbage go into my inventory. I don't see it though. I'll avoid those because I don't really want to carry more gold leaf around. Oh, what the? I was not expecting that. What is this spell? I don't need fortune. What the heck? Are you still alive? Stop being alive. Okay. Oop. Well, that's probably good enough for now anyway. Uh, as a matter of fact, that is not good enough for now. Also, this needs to get turned back on while I'm doing this because I'm collecting a bunch of garbage that I don't want in my inventory. Okay. What are these? Oak logs? Yeah, I'm probably gonna need a decent number of them soon enough. Wait a minute, it just occurred to me. Okay, that is still on. Okay, so that is still collecting things then. Actually, you know what? I bet you spruce logs are condensable. Let's toss this in here. Okay. Try this again. That go in there. That go there. That go there. Yes, it's condensable. Cool, 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 cool. I don't think there are any in here. Okay. Now, I generally think that oak wood looks a bit better than most of the other woods. So I generally tend to just use the other types of wood as garbage. All right, that's probably sufficient enough for now. All right, so hello. Yep, this is Minecraft, the craft of mines. So close. That's fine. You're not required to participate. Just show up when you want, watch when you want, what you want. You are under no obligation to support me or anything. I'm currently waiting for my computer and stuff to show up. So this is what I got. Wait. How was it? Okay, yeah, in the corners. Let's see. Boop. Perfect. Okay, and I want a stack of this, which is going to require another stack of logs. Oh, those aren't the same. Okay. Okay. I have to build a tree farm soon. I have enough for that. I do not quite. Why do I have that in my inventory? Almost enough. Still not quite there. Nope, one more log. There we go. Alrighty then. uh, oh, go up. There we go. Okay, so where am I gonna build this thing? Now, the old system had it all so that it all had to be on the same sort of plane. I'm not entirely sure that's true anymore. Why did it place that facing the other direction? That confuses me. Is it always facing? What happens if I shift click? No, it's still the opposite direction. That is weird. How about this? Well, that's facing the correct direction. Alright, I'm gonna Google this real quick. So, does not say. Alright. I'm just going to assume that it's still on the same plane. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, then we have kind of a wall-ish here. And how do I want this exactly? Well, don't think I want this directly against the wall. So maybe like a couple of blocks in front of it. How much space is this going to take up? You can you put the controller like this? No, you cannot. Okay. I believe you can put the drawers like that. Yeah. So you can have them kind of on the ground facing up. And it kind of really doesn't ultimately matter what way that is facing, honestly. So maybe maybe instead of having this vertical, maybe I'll have it horizontal. Normally how I'd do it is that I'd like have a wall of it, but because you can place it like this, it might not be a bad idea to just kind of lay it out on the ground here. I kind of like that idea, actually. Of course, then you have the issue of what about the compacting stuff? Like, I want it to be kind of in the same room because it's all part of the same system. But I don't want the compacting thing to get into in the way of the drawers. Could put it on the ceiling instead, like have the compacting stuff just like on ground level. But that would make putting things into it and pulling things out of it a bit more awkward. Hmm. Well, I suppose they don't really have to be in the same room, or I could just have like an extension to the room that isn't the storage thing. I could do that. That would work. Hmm. All right. So maybe what I'll do is like have hmm, put the entrance like here-ish. Max. So if I have the thing like 4 wide, I'm starting to think maybe I should have 5 wide walkways, not 4 wide. No, no, we'll stick with 4 wide. 4 wide walkways. Okay, so uh where's my wood? Right, I used it all to make these drawers. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So we have our 4 wide walkway here. And honestly, we don't really need that much space because we're going to be making use of the access point and the sophisticated storage thing. So, uh, We'll just add 3 here. Right. Oop. Okay. Then we'll kind of have our wall here-ish. And that's probably just going to be a temporary wall, not the actual wall that I'm going to go with. Let's see. Okay, so I need to sleep. I should probably move my bed over here while I'm walking. That makes sense. Which is exactly why I shouldn't do it. Can't do things that make sense. Okay, so all right. So, where is the tape measure? There it is. Okay, so if I plop the thing here, hit it with the linking tool. This is linking tool, right? No, this is the locking. Wait, what? Okay, not quite what I was after. There's the linking tool. Okay, so oh wait, what? Oh, that has a significantly shorter range than I thought. I could have swore it was a radius of 15 blocks, not a diameter of 15 blocks. Okay, Dookie. Hmm. Well, there's another way we can just kind of test this. Just throw down kind of a bunch of these things. See, do we have a chest? No. Let's lock all but one. Okay. Now if I throw down a chest here, uh, kind of do this. There we go. All right. Give it this. Give it this. Excuse me? Is the texture there actually indicating something? No, that's just That's just what it does. Okay, so that was an interesting result. How about... Here's my wrench. Where is me wrench? Wrench, wrench, wrench. How wrenched. Where is my wrench? I know it's in here somewhere. Not the wrench I want, but whatever, this will do. Okay. Now let's try this again. Do I need to link all of these? Interesting. Okay, okay. So what if I do this then? Interesting. Hmm. Okay, that is not a result I was expecting. All right, all right. So this can indeed only go. This does indeed have a diameter of 15, but it's not limited to only those on the same plane as it. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So that would mean... Okay, I'm gonna want a 3-wide walkway pretty much on each side of it. Hmm, that makes things kind of difficult, actually. A little difficult. Because now I've got to be somewhat efficient about this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, it's be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think. Wait. Crap. Okay, so this needs to come out as like 16 by 16. Okay, no. That's okay, so this would be okay, yeah, because this goes here. And if I do this here, this should be 15. Yes. Okay. So we're good here. We're good. Except that that wasn't the shift button I just pressed. That was the control. Helps to not get those two mixed up. I can use the builder one again. Not sure this is actually really all that great. Like, these things are called construction sticks. As you can see, we got the wooden one here, which can handle up to 59 blocks, copper 111, all the way up to netherite, which each tier can place more blocks, which is great, but like with this thing places down 1,024 blocks, costs a full netherite ingot, and can only put down 2,301 blocks. It can't even do 2 full runs of that before it breaks, which is just why. Like the builder's wand, you could just use that forever. I don't think it ever had durability. Or if it did, it just lasted so freaking long that it seemed like it didn't. Need to sleep. Look at that. That's just absolutely pathetic. Like, I'm not gonna try any tier higher than that wooden one. Just like, why would you even try? Like, okay, so now from here to here is 16 by 16 still, right? Oh, right. Because yes, right. Okay, so this one. Nope, that's not where that should go. This to here is 15 by 16. That's 15. And that is 16. And to here is 13. Oh, wait. Oh. I just remembered this is part of the walkway here. Both of those should be 16. So which way is this way? this. $16 by $16. Okay, there we go. Am I out of oak? I am out of oak. Okay, that is not something I expected to see. Actually, okay. Let's get back to the deforestation project. What is supporting this here? There are like logs in here? That's dirt block. Ah, a little weird, but whatever. Okay. Oop, that's a creeper. That is a creeper. What? Oh, that's off for some reason. I probably turned it off at some point. Okay. Woo! Surprised that didn't leave any floating bits. Oh, it's a rabbit that I'm hearing. Sometimes if you hear a beat like that, it's like a mob with a backpack that's playing music. Actually, I haven't seen one of those guys in a while. There were a couple of them earlier on in the game, but I haven't seen one since. Hmm. Oh, I see. Okay. There's a tree hidden here. Yeah, looks like it's time to go to sleep again. Right bed. Place the bed. Interesting, but not quite what I had in mind. There we go. Okay, how much wood do we got now? A few stacks. Uh, we got some saplings as well. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to, like, set them up to grow. Hmm. Don't really have the space out here. Oh, I have a fruiting tree right there. I didn't realize that. Alright, well. Shall we deforest this area? Again, even though the axe broke, it didn't leave any floating blocks. That's surprising. Oh, that's a fruiting tree. I don't want to touch that. Though I've probably destroyed a few of those already. I don't want to intentionally tear down a fruiting tree. Interesting. That must be a product of an Enderman. All right. So, nope, wrong button again. Ooh, I was just about to build the thing right there, but this is it's not a good spot for it. Okay, so hmm. So have this interesting thought here. Normally, I make my tree farms kind of in a straight line. You a fruiting tree? You kind of are. That means that's probably not a good chunk for that. Can't do anything about that thing there. Hmm. Yeah, I could just make this floating in the air. Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? Actually, wait. Angel block. Angel block. Angel block. What does it take to make an angel block? Angel block. I have absolutely no idea. Spell angel. Angel. I can't even remember what that's part of. Block. Oop, there it is. Angel block. Okay, so need obsidian, feathers, and gold. That should not be too difficult to achieve. Have this. Okay, do that. Awesome. Okay, and then we do this so it doesn't just pierce things, amplify it so I can get the obsidian block. Uh, Chuck this out of my inventory. Try this again, but a bit more over here-ish. All right, I forgot I have this. There we go. Okay. Okay, now where are my feathers? Feather. Move over here. Are they in here? Where did I put my feathers at? I'm not seeing them. There they are. Okay. Literally the last one in line. Okay. AMGEL, I think is, yeah. Okay, cool, 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 cool. 2 gold ingots. Eggs. Okay. Angel block. Oh, right. It would have gone in here. There we go. Now, the cool thing about the angel block is it can be placed in midair. Wait, what the hell? What the ever-loving hell? Um... Okay. So apparently it's been changed so the player just falls right through it. That's, Huh. That is not a change I thought they would ever make. Admittedly, how I used to use the thing is I'd fly around. Jetpacks used to be significantly more limited. And then if I needed a break, I'd just flop down under me, kind of rest on top of it. Sometimes I'd just stand up here all night and then be able to continue on my way in complete safety. But that does not appear to be a thing anymore. Okay. Put that there. Oh, I keep pressing the touchpad. That's why it keeps changing things. I need to go up even higher, actually, because ground there. Of course, we've got that freaking tree there. Okay. So, gonna be here instead. Okay. And boop. Yeah. Okay. It's confused there for a minute. Got chunk boundaries. But we're good. We're good. Okay. And now I believe this will hold 64. No, wait, this will hold 60. But whatever, that's good enough. Probably. It's probably good enough. Yeah, okay, perfect. Exactly 60. Okay, and now we'll toss a few mage lights here. 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 Actually, just kind of toss one everywhere. Alrighty then. Just give it a minute to recharge my mana. Probably gonna have to build like a platform to stand on later on, just so I can reach the wood. And there we go. Those mage lights should keep everything well lit, and trees should be able to just grow. Everything should be good. I don't know why I have that there. Okay. Okie dokie. Now back to this project. After I break the bed and take that with me. Okay, okay. So then. Oh, now I want to mark this inner part differently some way. We'll use stone bricks to kind of designate this. This whole inner part's going to need to be filled with some material, some sort of flooring. Okay. Now, where's the center? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oop, 7. Okay, this should be not that. Okay. How did I screw that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this would be 7, right? I screwed up in making this, didn't I? I think I did. Uh, linking tool. Oh. Okay, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is even bigger than I thought. Okay, so if it's 8, that'd mean it needs to be 17 in total. Okay, so let's move this over 1. Oh, that's an access point. That's not the controller. Oop, damn it. That's not what I meant to do. Lost that there. Okay, yeah, so that one's correct now. Now I need to essentially do this. Okay. Okay, okay. Actually, you know what? I could just do this. That's unexpected. I once again find myself without an axe. Okay, where'd my bed get off to? Hey, how's this coming? It's somewhere. Looks like it's probably about halfway done. Neat, neat, neat. Okay. So then, oop, wait, what? Excuse me? It can have upgrades? Is there range upgrades? Awesome. It's probably there for legacy purposes or something. All right, I have to I have to look it up. Oh, okay. So these upgrades. Oh, it says so right there. Multiplies the controller's radius by 8. What? Excuse me? Multiplies the radius by 8? Okay. I don't think I'm going to be accounting for that because holy shit. Like, okay, so like we can see the default radius is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're taking that and multiplying that by 8. So one netherite upgrade and it becomes 64. Okay, that by 2 is a bit more understanding, but hmm. that's that's a little too much for me to work with right now. I'm gonna just stick with nil upgrades. But who knows, maybe at some point down the line I'll need it. But for now, holy shit, man, I'm not doing that. Okay, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's good. And right here. Okay. I have more brick. Okay. Okay. Now then. So we got one. No, one. No, where it is. Yeah, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay, so if I plop this down here with the linking tool, awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. might use the range extender just so that the access points are having to fight for that space. But damn, that has quite the freaking reach to it. Like, wow. Jeez, like, can you imagine like 4 netherite upgrades in that thing? Holy crap, that would be. Assuming that it's multiplying the base and not each other, because that'd be crazy. Um, that'd be what is 8 times 4? It's like 32. So that'd wind up being 8 times 32. Yeah, I don't even want to try to think about trying to design a storage system around that nightmare. I really wish the builder's wand was a thing still. I'd make short work of this. Oops. So I guess the question then is, how am I going to place the controller exactly? I suppose I'm going to try to place it optimally. Okay, so what that would mean is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So I believe the press, what's called, all become rest. So we have essentially two groupings of things that are compressible, like regular blocks and like orbs, or I guess ingots. A lot of different ones. So I think I'm going to kind of put them into two categories here. How far do they compress? It looks like they go up to 9 times. To 9. Okay, so okay, we'll kind of use redstone as kind of a basis because this compresses like into normal blocks and then whatnot. So how much space should there be between them? Okay, so we're gonna have like redstone blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on. Okay, redstone blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And kind of wind up with 2 extra. The final one will be stored in one of these bigger ones, since it's the smaller variants are unlikely to completely fill the drawer as long as the compressor is continuously pulling items as it should and compressing blocks as it should be. So yes, that's how that's gonna be. Okay, wait, is there a way to like lock all of these at once? No, it looks like I'm gonna have to. No, I have to change them after I've already placed them in the world. That's annoying. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, and then God damn it. Might be too close. There we go. Okay, and then tempted to like have only a single block apart, but I know I'll regret that if I do it like that. Okay, I need more drawers. Okay, so okay. Um well, that's where my wrench went. Okay. Wait. Okay, no, that is the correct face. Now, hmm, like I know I'm gonna have a lot of different types of ingots and regular blocks. You know what, we'll stick with this for now. If I really need to later on, I can move things, though most likely I will not want to. I wish I could mask lock these things because I want all of these to be locked by default. You know, it just occurred to me, if I had this in my offhand, it would probably do that. All right, now it cannot automatically just stick things in there that I don't necessarily want it to. And now it's time for the controller thing here, which, to my surprise, did that as well. Actually, plus down there like that. Oh, oh, interesting. I can do this. Nice. I don't have to go through and do them individually. Nice. Okay, and now what I can do is I can do this, like that. Throw a mechanism pipe here. All right, and then paint that black. Nope. Okay. Do, 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 do. Wait. Wrench. There we go. This problem with the high ceiling idea. Oh boy. Okay. And boom. Okay. Now everything will try to go into here, whether or not it actually can. Okay. Sophisticated storage. Excuse me. Huh. Okay, well, okay, so I've never actually, well, no, I think I used a backpack last time. Redstone. Redstone torch. I believe I saw some. I did indeed. Okay, so this here, There's a torch in the middle. Some bees on the outside. Boom. Yes, and we have a slot there. Okay, cool. It's interesting how it looks like it's Arcadia at first, and then turns to oak. Now, is there a way to limit? Like, I want it to pull an exact amount. No, I cannot configure it. Can I configure item duck? Sort of. I don't think I can. Oop. That. Hmm. All right, well, we need the compressor upgrade regardless. Oop. So, compacting upgrade. So that's going to require 6 ingots there. Six iron ingots. Wait a minute. How much does this make? That takes another 4. Oh. Okay, I forgot that I had an extra ingot there. So what is the base here? Just planks? Just planks. Okay. Put that there. Let's see what does it use? Uses those ones. Interesting. I would rather use the garbage planks. Okay, and then this. Right, I need cobblestone. Cobblestone, cobblestone. Oop, that's not what to do. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Um, there it is. Okay, okay. Oh, I need redstone to redstone, redstone, ready, redstone. Where's that? Okay. Because I just don't have ready-made dust. That's unusual. But fine. Perfectly fine. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Compaction upgrade, and then I need 2 gold and 1 diamond. 2 gold, 1 diamond. Perfect. Okay. Where is the way out? There we go. Okay, compact only craftable, or compact only uncraftable. Works with GUI. Okay, yes. Actually, there's no reason to not upgrade this barrel. I can easily bring it up to diamond level without too much of an issue. Need diamonds. Need gold. For that. Need that. Actually, wait. How about that ingot that I have in there? Yeah. That's. Wait, what was that? Flat top. Oh, I see. It doesn't have any. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Okay. Boom. Okay. Uh, filter settings. More MBT. Match. Allow. All right. So, how do I get exactly 9 items of any type into this? I know there's a way to do it with create, but I recall I figured out a way to do it without create. Hmm. Uh, laser. Might have been with laser nodes. Yeah, I think it may have been with laser IO. Okay. Whoops. That reminds me, how much do I have? Oh, this thing's completely full. Okay, well, whatever. All right, so geez. Okay, how many nectars do I need? Looks like 2 connectors. Does this thing require ships things? I think they do. Okay, maybe it would just be better to just make like a stack of these chip things. What does that take? Redstone, clay, and quartz. Clay. Redstone. Golden nuggets. And I'm running low on quartz. Actually, we'll do this one. This will probably be sufficient amount of quartz. Okay, so to get a stack of this, I need to make this recipe 16 times. So I need 16 quartz blocks. Oh, I need more quartz than that. That is unexpected. Okay. That is still not enough. What the hell? How is that not enough quartz? Like, seriously. Okay, if I throw that into there, are we not getting fortune on quartz? Like, what's going on here? Okay, it looks like fortune is being applied to quartz. It's just not quite as high of a yield as I would have expected. Despite the fact that it's fortune 7. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 16 of these. Okay. What is the limiting factor here? The redstone. I need to crack open a few more blocks of it. There we go. Okay, that'll be good for a start. Okay, that startled me for a minute there. Okay, so I need 2 of these, which is going to be 8 ingots plus 6 ingots. That'd be what, 14 iron ingots I need. Okay, and we need glass panes. I think I've got some already cooked up somewhere. I think I already have some. Wait, spawner stack? I didn't know that. I thought they were single item only. Unstackable. What was I looking for again? Shit. Glass panes, that's what it was. Actually, they might just be in here. Glass. I should do this. Now we have caps lock on. There they are. Okay. Laser. Sometimes laser is spelled with a Z, sometimes it's spelled with an S. It's hard to tell which is which. Oh, that's interesting. Laser bridges. Okay, cool, 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 cool. That's neat. Might look into that at some point in the future. Oh, and I just need regular glass too, which I have here. Okay. 1, 2. 2. Okay, and now I need a couple of these. So I need quartz and lapis. Where's my lapis? Did I put my lapis back in here, or is it still in that one chest? Got some there. I guess this is all my lapis for the moment. Should be fine, looks like. Uh, 2 quartz. Split into there. Okay. Item cots. 2 item cots. So filter. Counting filter. I swore these things stacked at one point, but I guess they do not. Insert. Priority. Down, up, down. Okay. Extract. Oh, interesting. So exact, but we need a card overclocker. Leave. How much? Looks like 4 ingots. Need 2 redstone. Okay, okay. So that there. Exact. Okay. What? Okay, okay, okay. Extract. All right, and channel 0. Insert priority that. Okay, okay. So Alright, so... Oh yeah, also I'm gonna need one of these. Three ingots. 3 iron ingots. Okay. Okie dokie. Now then, if I have, say, this here and this here, I can put that extractor there. Wait, lit. Interesting. Okay, so down, extract, little laser connector, down, insert, and then I can use the wrench to connect them. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, if I use the linker tool here, move that from the link, unlock that, have like blocks there, redstone there, lock it, turn all the into that, and then I relink it. Okay. Now if I put 2 redstone in here, the 2 redstone remains. And nothing happened here. Okay, but now if I throw a stack of redstone in here, okay, it started pulling it out. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Some, and now, if I really wanted to, I could do a couple more of these. Uh, Item cards. Need more gold nuggets. Do I actually want to? Yeah, okay. That's not too hard to get. Grab a couple of these. And you want, now that I'm kind of thinking about this, don't really need 2 here. Oh, I forgot about my pickaxe. It's still in that machine. Where's the machine? There it is. There's the machine. I kind of just need one here. Extract. Which one is this? Oh, I'll make it insert channel that. And insert channel 0, sure. And extract channel 0. Have it do 8. Oh, wait, that's 0. That needs to be 1. Awesome. Okay, 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 okay. Now, if I take this, turn this all into dust again, toss that in there. You should see it moving stuff back and forth. Awesome. It should have compressed it all into blocks, which it did. Didn't I have 9 though? Oh, I didn't put all the dust in there. Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. It pulled out one of these. That's an interesting problem that I hadn't thought of. Hmm. I mean, granted, doing it for this was correct, but what if it was the 9 one? Then that wouldn't work at all. Because it would have nothing that it could do that for. And I can't like set a filter here for that, so how do I solve that little problem? Well, I could have 2 controllers, one for blocks that can be compressed and one for blocks that cannot be. It would work, but I don't know. I mean, I'd have to link them to 2 different groupings, and that'd get annoying real fast. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'd just have to have a second controller, one for blocks that cannot be compressed. Okay, so So, was it for sec? What mod is it? It's functional. Functional. Okay, so all right. I need another 4 of these. Uh, need another 5 torches. I need some stone. I'd rather not use the good ones. Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I just remembered I have a bunch of spruce planks already cut up that I need to really use. There we go. Right off the bat. Oh, I forgot I had that there. Okay, so toss that in there, that in there. Apparently farting has just been disabled. I can no longer fart. Oops. Okay. And now that was the controller access point, so I need a controller, which requires smooth stone. Oops. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Whatever. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, probably. It's probably fine. Oh, god damn it, I just used good ones, didn't I? Oh, I made some garbage ones specifically for that, and I just used good ones. Alright, well, too late now. Too late now, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm gonna just do that. I'm tired of trying to find that thing. What? I didn't know the beds could balance you. Okay. Okay. Now... Okay, and now we do this one. Okay, and now. Good, 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 good. He's a little wonky, but it'll work. Oh, but of course that means that that is there now. You know, we'll place this under it instead. There we go. And now this. At least I don't have to remove those ones from that one first. What's that? That would suck. Okay. And then we can put the controller here. Link this up. Nice. Okay, okay. And then, of course, that means that we need another item card here. Laser. I need lapis. One thing of lapis left. Okay, so what else do I need? Nothing. I have everything that I need. Okay. Okay, set this channel 2, insert. Perfect. Okay, and then down. Boom. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, so if I take all this, turn that into that, and then do that, turn it all into redstone blocks. I probably actually need more redstone blocks. That, okay, and now then that will create this, but it has absolutely no idea what to do with it. So if I then what? Okay, that was because okay. So if I unlink this for a moment, toss this up here. Wait, I didn't have to unlock it to do that? Oh, that's a game changer. Okay. And there we go. So once again, I can do this, do this. It will turn this. Actually, I don't think we'll actually see it in the GUI because it's happening too quickly. I just saw one go down. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Perfect. Okay. And now what I can even do is have like an overflow chest thing, like here-ish. Need more lapis. Uh, should have some lapis blocks. That's not lapis. There we go. Actually, that's probably way more than I need. Yeah, that was way more than I needed. Okay. Put that back into there. Okay, what else did I need? Gold ingots or gold nuggets. Okay, and redstone, ironically, the stuff that I threw over there. Okay. Oop, alright. Need the correct size thing there. Okay, priority -1, channel that. Yeah. And I could set this here. Awesomeness. Okay, okay, okay. Now, if it gets something that it has absolutely no idea what to do with, it can throw it into the chest so it's not taking up space. And my headphones can complain about their low battery, so they're probably going to die soon. As well as the stuff that it has no idea what to do with can go into this chest, which will make it fairly easy for me to figure out what's going on with things. Awesome. Okay, now I need to do this, and okay, that cleared it. Awesome. Okay, okay, okay. 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 Wait, what? Oh man, that was weird. Whatever. Actually, I should probably test that to make sure that it doesn't send that into there. Good, 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 good. All right. All righty then. So let's begin here. Let's start with dirt. Good old fashioned dirt. Dirt, well, dirt there. Dirt 1. Dirt 2. Dirt 3. Dirt 4. Okay, and next we'll do grass. Simply because that kind of logically should go right next to it. Grass 1. This is 2. I wish it would actually tell me what it was. Okay, 2. This is 4. 3. Okay, that got sucked out. It should be in here. It is. Nice, nice, nice. 4. And the next one, smooth stone. You have absolutely no idea how glad I am that they finally added smooth stone to the compressed thing. Before it wasn't, and it was just cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the previous series that I've played this, I've had to have a dedicated machine to turn smooth stone into cobblestone just so I could store it away properly, which really, really sucked. Okay, and next we'll just do cobblestone. Cobblestone. It's 2. Wait, is that all the cobblestone I've got? It is. Interesting. Okay. Alright, next we'll do andesite. Whoops, that's not andesite. Andesite that. 1, 2, 3. We'll do diorite. Diorite 1. Wait, no. This is 1. Yes, that's 0. That's 1, which means I need 2 next. Now 3. Okay. This. Granite. 1, 2, 3. Sure, we'll do gravel next. Gravel. Just gravel. Gravel 1. 2, 3. Should be a home for these now. Yep. Okay. Maybe I should have it also extract on channel 1 from that chest, so that way anything that does get it home, it can automatically just sort them out. May not be a bad idea. Okay. All right, so next up, let's do deep slate. Let's do regular deep slate. Okay, so deep slate won't, or no, that's just regular deep slate. Deep slate 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have the stuff to make another card? I do. Okay. Do orange, extract, set it up to 8. Okay, down. Oop, not down. Oh boy. Okay. Here. Okay, perfect. That way, when I have something here, it automatically tries to find a home for. Actually, you know, we can reduce the tick because it's not going to actually happen all that often. There we go. Okay, so now we'll do the cobbled version. Two. Yeah, that's 3. 3. All right, now tough blocks. Do regular tough block. Tough 1. Tough 2. Tough 3. All right, all right. Kiwi, Kiwi 1, Kiwi 2. Alright, that should be pretty much all the blocks that that we'll probably encounter in the overworld. For the most part, there's probably a few others. Which I guess leaves stuff from another netherrack. Netherrack 1. Netherrack 2. Netherrack 3. Netherrack 4. Blackstone. Does basalt get crunched up or compressed? It looks like it can. So I'll just go ahead and give it a place. Blackstone. Wait. That was just regular Blackstone, right? Yep, that was regular Blackstone. So I need this. Blackstone 1. Blackstone 2. Oh, I did have Blackstone 1. I thought that was Blackstone 3. Okay, and of course we have soul sand here as well. Soul sand. Soul sand 1. That was soul sand 1, right? Yep. Okay. Next, I guess we have magma blocks. Magma block. Block 1. Block 2. Oh boy, okay, I did not expect to fill that up so soon. Okay, let's see. I have that there. Can I do... Awesome. Locks them by default. Oops. Oh. Let's just try this again. Oh, I'm almost out of these things. Oh, interesting. Okay. Can I not clear this? Okay, now it's the same as the others. Okay. Have to dip into the good stuff now. Oh, I didn't need that much. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Okay, and now we have these ones. Maybe we should stop doing that. Okie dokie. Perfect. Okay, so Glowstone. Glowstone 1. That's not what I meant to do. It's also not what I meant to do. Turn off all these piercings. Glowstone 1. Wait. I had a glowstone 2. I guess not. Okay. And that's kind of all of them for now. Next, I need to set up ore processing. I kind of don't really want to do that. I kind of want to take a break. Been at this for a little while. How's this doing? Oh, yeah, that would do that. And my headphones just died. Okay, so I need a tank here. This will do. Plunk that down there. Oh dear, we've got a lot of lava here. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, I mean, technically we can just make lava. I don't really need to store it. Okay, here is what we're going to do. Plunk that down there. And I'm going to add this to the list of items to just void, because we don't need to store that. As a vanilla mechanic is just creating infinite lava now, no reason to hoard this stuff. Yep. And with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Because I really need a break. Might continue later tonight, might not. I don't know. We'll see. In the quite likely event that I do not continue it, have a good evening.